揭開序幕。
Today. My name is Gigi Lee, and beside me is Gary Tai, and we will be serving as your co-MCs for this event.
各位今日歡迎嚟到哥倫布公園國父孫中山先生銅像重新安座暨中山廣場命名儀式。我係今日嘅司儀，戴日基喺我旁邊嘅係李金枝小姐。今日我哋係會係今日大會嘅司儀。
First, we'd like to acknowledge joining with us today, Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer.
我哋今日喺在場嘅有我哋曼哈頓區長高務拜區長。
And also representing State Senator Brian Kavanaugh, Nick Stabile.
Brian Kavanaugh 州參議員嘅助理。
And Councilmember Peter Koo, who chairs the Parks Committee, is on his way and will be joining us shortly.
顧亞明市議員，佢係紐約市議會公園委員會嘅主席，佢會一陣間會好快會嚟到我哋嘅會場。
Our speakers today, we will start with Councilmember Margaret Chin.
我哋首先有請紐約市陳善文市議員致辭。
I wanted to thank Mayor Bill de Blasio. I heard he's almost here. Commissioner Manhattan Borough Commissioner Bill Castro, Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer, Councilmember Koo's on his way, CCB President Eric Ng, the Republic of China Overseas Community Affairs Council Minister Mr. Wu Xinxing, and the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office of New York Ambassador Lily Xu. And I also want to welcome all the community leaders, all the advisors of CCBA, the former president, and all the community leaders and community members for joining us at this historic event. Today has been a long time coming. 我们等了很久了。8 years ago, we unveiled Dr. Sun Yat-sen's statue in Columbus Park. While it was only intended to be temporary stationed for 11 months, it immediately became a beloved fixture in the Chinatown community. As the leader of the 1911 Chinese Revolution, Dr. Sun Yat-sen himself was no stranger to Chinatown. He spent some time living here in the months leading to the revolution, and even delivered speeches to the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association to support his effort to bring democracy to China mainland. For the past several years, the community has fought to give this statue a permanent home. Today, that day has finally come. We are also proud to honor this leader's legacy through the naming of Dr. Sun Yat-sen Plaza here at Columbus Park. With Chinatown, with Chinatown being one of the oldest Chinese ethnic enclaves in the United States, today we are not just recognizing the importance of Chinese American history, we are recognizing the critical role that Chinatown has played within the global history. We are a community of rich history, vibrant culture, and great cuisines. Together, we will continue the work to revitalize and preserve this community for generations to come. Today, we send a strong message that Chinatown is here to stay. I thank the mayor for his support, the Parks Department. You know, we have a commissioner, Castro, that loves Chinese culture. And that's why we were able to get Dr. Sun Yat-sen's statue in the park 8 years ago. And when CCBA got the letter, at that time, I think it was President Jack Ng. They said, Margaret, the Parks Department wants us to move. I say, do we want to move the statue? No. So let's fight to make sure that Dr. Sun Yat-sen has a permanent place in New York City, Chinatown, in Columbus Park. And I want to especially thank President Eric Ng, because you're the one that suggested, hey, we also want to name this area Dr. Sun Yat-sen Plaza. And we got it done, right? Yes. So, thank you to the Parks Department for your support and all your staff. Jonathan, I know you're here. And all department personnel. Community Board 3 passed a resolution supporting this effort. And also, my staff, Gigi Lee, my chief of staff, she and President Zhang from the Toisan Ningyang Association, and Gary, they meet almost every week to make sure we get this done on time and on schedule. So, and thank you to all the community leaders for your support to make this happen. 我哋今日嘅成功，因為我哋國父對我哋社區嘅貢獻，佢喺我哋嘅社區有歷史，所以咧，我哋話一定要爭取佢有一個永久嘅地方，同埋將呢個地成為孫中山國父廣場，等我哋唐人街永遠保留我哋嘅歷史。多謝大家嘅支持 ，Thank you。
Minister Xu Shin-wu。
现在恭请中华民国侨务委员会吴欣欣委员长致辞。
The Honorable Mayor Bill de Blasio still not here, right? On the way. And Commissioner William Castro of Manhattan Parks, Councilwoman Margaret Chin, Director General Lily Li Wen-shu of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in New York, and President Eric Wu of the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association, leaders of my compatriots from Chinese community and the Taiwanese community here, friends of media, good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to participate in this momentous event, the dedication ceremony for the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Monument and Plaza in honor of his 153rd birthday. On behalf of Overseas Community Affairs Council, Taiwan, Republic of China, I wish to extend my gratitude to City Mayor Mr. Blasio and the Councilwoman Margaret Chin, the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association, and our overseas community in New York, Chinatown, for your steadfast support of this event. And the last but not the least, the people of New York, to place the monument of Dr. Sun Yat-sen in your city. The statue will be permanently on display in the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Plaza in Columbus Park, Manhattan. We all know that 108 years ago, Dr. Sun Yat-sen, with the support of our overseas compatriots established the Republic of China, also known Taiwan today. His doctrine of the three principles of the people, nationalism, democracy, and livelihood, coincides with the American ideas of democracy, freedom, and human rights. I believe through this dedication, it not only signifies our mutually shared ideas of freedom and democracy between the two countries, but also foster an inseparable tie of our overseas compatriots with the Republic of China on Taiwan. My office and I will continue to work with the local overseas communities to form broader cultural exchanges and cooperation with the city of New York. Once again, I thank New York for her firm support and to our community leaders in Chinatown. We wish you a healthy and prosperous future. Thank you. 我很荣幸，很高兴代表中华民国政府今天来参加这样的一个我们的国父孙中山先生的这个铜像的这个安座的一个大典。我也要借这个机会代表中华民国总统蔡英文女士向我们所有的侨胞问好，谢谢大家长久以来坚定的支持中华民国。我们对于国父孙中山先生的理想，民有、民治、民享，自由、民主、均富。我们很骄傲的跟大家报告，这个理想在中华民国台湾实现了。谢谢大家参加这个典礼，谢谢你们，谢谢。
Economic and Cultural Office of New York, our friend Ambassador Lily Xu.
现在有恭请中华民国驻纽约台北经济文化办事处徐立文大使致辞。
Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer, Council Member Margaret Ching and Peter Koo, Minister Wu, CCBA President Eric Ng, leaders of the Chinese community in Greater New York, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my great honor and pleasure to join everyone here in the dedication ceremony for the Yat-sen Monument and the naming of the Yat-sen Plaza. This meaningful ceremony could not happen at a more opportune time. The founding father of my country, the Republic of China, the first republic in Asia, had a deep bond with New York's Chinese community, as Margaret just mentioned. He visited Chinatown several times to share his vision of building a republic of the people, for the people, and by the people. That vision was echoed and supported by the communities here then, and is still embraced by us all today. In today's ever-changing world, this monument, along with the Yat-sen Plaza, is a constant reminder of the shared values our two countries cherish. I want to thank Mayor de Blasio and Commissioner Castro for New York City government's support for this project. Special thanks also goes to City Council Member Margaret Ching, CCBA President Eric Ng, and leaders of the Chinese American community. It is your persistent efforts and the general support that bring about this meaningful symbol to honor Dr. Sun's legacy. We deeply appreciate all parties involved that helped to make this possible. Finally, I want to thank Minister Wu for traveling all the way from Taiwan to attend this event. His presence shows how much the government of the Republic of China and Taiwan values our relationship with our overseas community and the special bond between our two countries. Thank you very much.
Next, please welcome to the podium New York City Parks Manhattan Borough Commissioner Bill Castro.
跟住落嚟有請紐約市公園局Bill William Castro 區長嘅局長，曼哈頓區嘅局長致辭。
Thank you very much. Well, today is a very special occasion for all of us here in Chinatown, in New York City, and for me as well. As Councilmember Chin mentioned, as a schoolboy growing up in New Jersey, I learned a very valuable history lesson in 1957 that Dr. Sun Yat-sen was the George Washington. And I never forgot that. And I'm sure my teacher would be very proud that I paid attention. But this is very important because people like Dr. Sun Yat-sen inspire us, lead us, and show the way to a better civilization. And the sacrifices that he made and the teachings that he gave to us still inspire us now. And we know how important that is even now, more so than ever. And Dr. Sun Yat-sen today joins a highly distinguished pantheon of world-renowned independence leaders and advocates for social justice and human rights. And his bronze image graces our park now, along with some of the other greats, Mahatma Gandhi of India, Benito Juarez of Mexico, Laos Kossuth of Hungary, Juan Pablo Duarte of the Dominican Republic, Simón Bolívar of Venezuela, Giuseppe Garibaldi of Italy, Frederick Douglass, and Eleanor Roosevelt, to name a few. The statue of Dr. Sun Yat-sen is a gift, of course, of the Republic of China, and it has been commissioned and endowed for care by the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association. We thank the CCBA for this great sponsorship and leadership and commitment to this project. It has received broad community support, of course from the CCBA, Community Board 3, and especially our beloved council member, Margaret Chin. And let's give her a big round of applause because she really deserves it. Margaret and I, this was a labor of love. And we really worked on this. And there were those who were saying, well, I don't know, and all of this. And we really worked hard, and it just was a joy to see it come together over the years. It's been wonderful. The sculptor, Taiwanese artist Liu Shunxing, who was selected from several sculptor entrants by the board of the CCBA, created the sculpture, and in her personal statement, she said the following: "Sculpture is an art which brings the spirit of the figures into existence through the hands of the artist. Dr. Sun Yat-sen is a man of virtue. His great thoughts manifested his belief in humanitarianism, his philosophy for democracy, and his passion for serving the people. His act of revolution created the nation, and his name and virtue will be praised for generations." I want to mention several of the people who made this possible and who really worked together, along with Eric Eng, president of the CCBA, Gary Tai, assistant to President Eng, Raymond Sang, Hoi Sun Ning Young Association president, an affiliate group with the CCBA, and the contractors, Ottavino Stone Corporation, a fourth-generation New York-based firm that built the monument, and the subcontractor Construction Works Group, who assisted with the installation. The Modern Art Foundry, a third-generation fine arts foundry in Astoria, which refinished the surface of the statue for public display. WXY Studio Architects, who designed the simple yet graceful black granite base, adapted from an earlier design by Michael Kang. And of course, our very talented Director of Art and Antiquities, Jonathan Kuhn, and his Deputy Director, Jennifer Lances. Thank you all very much.
CBA President Eric Eng.
現在有請紐約中華公所伍瑞賢主席致辭。
Honorable Mayor Bill de Blasio, you are here. Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer, Council Member Margaret Chin, Peter Koo, Department of Parks Manhattan Commissioner William Castro。中华民国侨务委员会吴先生委员长，中华民国驻纽约、台北经济文化办事处徐瑞文大使，community leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Dr. Sun Yat-sen was born in 1866 in China during the Qing Dynasty. Inspired by the American Revolution, Dr. Sun envisioned a free and democratic China and became a pioneer in its reform. In 1911, he and his allies overthrew the repressive regime, ending the 5,000 years of Chinese imperial rule. Dr. Sun was elected the first provisional president of the Republic of China. He established the organizational rule of government and the country laws and continued to fight for a free and unified China, proclaiming his three principles of people, nationalism, democracy, and the people livelihood as the country's foundation. In 1925, Dr. Sun died in Peking. In China and throughout the world, Dr. Sun is remembered by his bravery, wisdom, and dedication to the ideas of democracy. After years of requests by the Chinese Consultative Benevolent Association and Council member Margaret Chin, the statue of Dr. Sun finally got approval by the city and become a permanent monument, and to rename this area to Dr. Sun Yat-sen Plaza. 2011, the Republic of China Overseas Community Affairs Council donated the statue of Dr. Sun Yat-sen to the New York City Chinese community to celebrate the 100 years anniversary of founding of the Republic of China. With the assistance from the Department of Parks and Recreations, the statue was erected in Columbus Park as a temporary display. CCBA started to apply for the statue to become a permanent monument, and we have been requesting for it since then. Decision is made by the city. On the Lunar New Year Day in 2016, Mayor de Blasio visited CCBA to greet Chinese Americans. I was serving as the CCBA president at the time. I mentioned to him about the statue. I present the key to you, right? On the Lunar New Year Day, early this year, Mayor de Blasio visited CCBA to greet us again. During the celebration, the mayor announced that Dr. Sun Yat-sen's statue in Columbus Park would be made permanent, and the North Plaza would be renamed in Dr. Sun Yat-sen's honor. According to the Department of Parks Regulation, we have to rebuild the base and redo the foundation of the statue. This project cost us about $384,200, plus an endowment fund of $100,000. CCBA financially paid for the whole project without receiving any funding and donations. We sincerely thank everyone who had helped to make this happen, including Council Member Margaret, who had been fighting with us for years, and the work from everyone from the Department of Parks and Recreation under the leadership of Commissioner Mitchell Silver and Manhattan Commissioner William Castro. Last but definitely not least, we sincerely thank Mayor de Blasio, who gave us the approval to make Dr. Sun Yat-sen's statue a permanent landmark in Chinatown and rename this plaza to memorialize Dr. Sun. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a round of applause to welcome Mayor de Blasio, the 109 Mayor of the City of New York.
what an honor to be here today, this extraordinary occasion. And Eric, it's good to be here with my fellow mayor, the mayor of Chinatown, right there. This is a moment to recognize who we are as New Yorkers. Because here is a great man in history who came here, came to this city to build support for the cause of the Republic that he would found, who came here to soak in the ideals of this place, our commitment to democracy, our belief that all people matter, a place that is devoted to its people. And we're honoring not just Dr. Sun, but we're honoring these ideals of which he is such a great global example. We're honoring the bond between New York City and its Chinese community and its homeland. We're honoring that this community here in New York City today is such a crucial part of who we are as a city. All this comes together in this moment as we prepare to unveil this statue. I want to speak to Dr. Sun and say, welcome, you are finally where you belong. This statue is where it belongs, right here in this park, a permanent part of New York City. And on top of the statue, renaming this plaza after Dr. Sun. And that means that generations upon generations of young people in particular will see this statue, they'll see the name of this plaza, they'll ask the question, who was this great man? What did he do? And they'll come to know the history of our world, and they'll come to know in so many cases their own heritage better. So this is something we do today that will have a lasting impact. I want to thank everyone at the Department of Parks for everything that they've done. Our Parks Department did this as a labor of love. Let's thank all of them for the work they've done to bring us to this day. Of course, I want to thank not only Eric, but everyone at CCBA for raising the money, for working so hard to make sure this day would come. To the elected officials, to Borough President Gail Brewer, Councilmember Peter Koo, thank you. And a deep and profound thanks to Councilmember Margaret Chin, who fought hard for this statue. She told me not once, not twice, many, many, many times that we had to have this statue. And when Margaret wants something to happen, she makes it happen. Thank you, Margaret, for your leadership. I'll be very quick in saying this. A statue in New York City is not just a statue. It is a message to the whole world. Of course, the greatest example is the Statue of Liberty, which is known in every corner of the globe and epitomizes our values. But now we are making sure there are more and more statues representing all of us. And when people see Dr. Sun celebrated here in New York City, it sends a message everywhere of his importance, of the values he stood for and why they are still so crucial today. A man who rose from origins, from a farming family, to become the father of his nation, the founder of the Republic. And a man who believed that something important was happening here in New York City, who came here, not only visited New York City, not only visited Chinatown, but spoke at a CCBA meeting, which says something about how long CCBA has been around and what an important institution for over 100 years in this city. So, I conclude by noting the message at the base of this statue, this classic Chinese saying, all under heaven are equal. What a beautiful and powerful sentiment. All powerful those words are, how perfect they are for a place like New York City, where we believe we're all in this together, we're all in the same boat. And we believe it doesn't matter where you come from, you can contribute and make this place greater. That was true of my grandparents who came from Italy. That is true of so many people here today, and your parents and your grandparents. It's a day to be thankful for what we have all been able to create together here in this city, and for being the place that says to the world we are all equal. And in that equality we become great. So congratulations to everyone who worked hard for this day. It's a day for the Chinese community to be proud, and it's a day for all New Yorkers to celebrate. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor.
Bill, use your left hand, Bill. That's it. That looks good. All right. Beautiful. That works well.
Oh, okay.
You get it?